With me now, I got Jarad from LED4Home. And Jarad, welcome back to Texas Home Improvement.
Thank you, Jim.
Hey, you got the mic set up right this
I
time.
got it a little closer this
There
time.
you
I
go.
learned from last time.
Hey, now you guys came out, you did the survey on my house, and now we're going to be going through and changing out the bulbs. And I got to tell you, my wife was so darn excited last week because as you guys came through and were showing her all the different colors, she's looking up at the bulbs going, huh, I never noticed that we had in one fixture different colored bulbs. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize that different bulbs give off different, I say hues, but you guys have some complicated.
Hughes is good. Yeah, we say Kelvin in our industry, but Hughes is a
But
very
nobody
good
knows
way.
what a
No,
Calvin
nobody
is.
cares
Calvin's
what
that kid in the cartoon.
Yeah, Calvin and Hobbes, exactly. So, yeah, she finally noticed. But the thing about that is, we just see light, and we put whatever fits in there, and that's one of the things we're trying to do is help everybody have a good decision, and have us come in there, look at your lighting, and tell you what we feel that would work best for y'all, and really complement your home because you spend so much time there. You might want to enjoy a really good light package that's 1 year warranty for labor and material as well.
And that's a big thing because typically light bulbs don't last a year anyways.
No, typically not. They don't. These LEDs, fortunately, they've come a long way, and they can last pretty much the time or the length that you're in the home, which is I think on average 5 to 7 years is what the realtors say is usually you're in a home. If you're in there longer, 10 years or plus, probably a good chance they'll be there that long, but it just depends on your usage of them too.
Yeah. Now, one of the things, the other thing that changing to different hues of light.
Hues. Okay, I like that. We'll use it.
And I'm just, it really makes not just a difference how things look, but what shows up. If you get too bright a light in there,
yeah, most definitely.
blemishes in the walls and stuff look like heck.
Yeah, they can definitely make your house look very poor. It can make it look really warm and cozy. Those hues are very important. We can get a really high Kelvin temperature, high 5,000 temperature hue, which is more daylight.
The rest of us call that a bright light.
A bright light, yeah. Or we call it a daylight type color. And it'll give you a good perception of how you're going to look outside, but it might make you feel more energetic and alive, which you might not want when you turn on in the morning in the bathroom. You might be kind of like, I want to kind of just ease into the day.
Yeah.
And not get woken up by that light.
Well, and one of the other things I saw on the LED bulbs versus going with compact fluorescent, for instance, when you turn it on, it's on. When I turn on compact fluorescents, even the newer ones, they'll turn on and be somewhat bright, but I don't care how new they are. I come back a minute or two later, it's brighter than it was.
Yeah, they definitely ramp up. That chemical in there has got to get warmed up, and it takes a few seconds to do that. And LEDs are instant on, instant off, meaning you flick that switch and they're full power if you want it. Now, if you have a dimmer and you had the dimmer set, they will come on typically on the dimmer setting. So, and that's one other part of LEDs that has been nagging them for the past 10 years is how do we handle the dimmer situation? And the good thing is we have a solution for that where we put in only dimming LED lamps, and then if you have a dimmer that's 10, 15 years or older, we might have to switch it out, but that's usually the extent of what we need to do.
Now, the other thing with we got rid of conventional bulbs because they supposedly use too much energy, which I know it's a burning.
Yeah.
It's basically an arc like you're welding across there all the time. Compact fluorescents have a gas in them that is supposedly toxic when you break the bulbs. And let's face it, those little compacts, you throw them in the trash, it's going to break.
Yep.
LEDs really don't have anything like that.
No, they really don't. They are pretty much environmentally safe. You can throw them typically in the trash. They have a lot of metal with them, aluminum or steel. You could almost take them to a metal recycler and get some money back on them if you really needed to. But they are much more safe than your typical CFLs and better on the environment.
Now, in the past when I've seen LED, in fact, I put some LED light fixtures up in my mom's kitchen not too long ago. and I was amazed at the light that it gave off. Now, it had all the little squares. Is that the way all LED is done?
Typically, LEDs are done. It's called a diode, light-emitting diode, and they are square.
Okay.
Usually.
Now, and you don't see that when you're looking at them, but
no, in the old days, not the old days, but in 10 years ago, they would show those LEDs and be like, "Hey, look what we have in our ceiling."
10 years ago, it's the old days for you.
Yeah, that's it. I consider it in the LED years. Yeah, 10 years. 10 years ago for computers is the old days too. So,
yeah,
that's kind of how we look at LEDs and their transformation. But now the manufacturers have gone towards mimicking the lights we're used to. The typical shapes and the typical colors and seeing a light and not the actual device that makes the light.
It's amazing how manufacturers have to mimic things because we get so set. Cars, for example, used to be the steering was all manual. We went to all these power steerings, and now it's all computerized, but we still maintain a steering wheel rather than a toggle switch arm because that's what we're all used to seeing.
Yeah, I mean,
they say we could actually control cars better if we would switch to a different type of something other than a steering wheel. And the lighting, same thing. We're going back to make it look like the incandescent just because that's what we're used to.
And that's what they're seeing is I think they're saying, well, nobody wants to see these chips or these LEDs. They want to just, see something that mimics what they're used to, grab it off a shelf. And
creatures of habit.
Exactly, and that's the good thing about LED4Home is we help you make those decisions, and then we install it for you as well, so you don't have to worry about picking the wrong product.
And it's inside or out.
Correct.
Not landscape lighting, but the floodlights and stuff like that.
Yeah, whatever's attached to your house, your structure. Yeah, just none of the landscape. That's a whole other ballpark that we leave to some of the landscape architects for.
One question I didn't ask you about: do they make spotlights out of LED?
They do. Yeah, there's quite a few options for that. So we can do any of those hues that you like, and we can use it for a flagpole or something else.
Okay. How do they get in touch with you?
They can get on our website at LED4Home.com, or they can call us at 844-533-4466.
All right. We'll be right back with more Texas Home Improvement.
That's right, you're not in Texas. That's right, you're not in Texas. Texas wants you anyway. That's right.
I was born in the ladies' room at Yankee Stadium, New York, New York.
Texas wants you anyway. That's right.
Here's Jim Dutton on Texas Home Improvement.
Damn it.
Welcome back to Texas Home Improvement, your total home improvement source. And I'm talking here with Jarad from LED4Home. And Jarad, this was actually the time I was supposed to be doing a live spot for you. So why don't we do that right now?
Here we go, yeah.
Tell people what they need to know about LED4Home in 60 seconds.
Okay, well, LED4Home is here to take a look at your home lighting, do an energy assessment on that, and then provide you with a one turnkey solution to change out your old lighting to new LED lighting for a similar price that you can buy just the product at a big box store. And we do the install. We come out there, we pull out the 20-foot ladders, we take care of those tall ceilings for you, and we also provide you with a 1-year warranty on your material and your labor.
You hit a key spot there.
I try. I practice very hard in the mirror.
Look at that. She brought me change. She used to stick that in her pocket.
Yeah, you're teaching her.
The key spot you hit on, though, was the cost.
Mm-hmm.
Is about like people going to the box store and buying it themselves. Yeah. And then they got to go through all the hassle.
I know. Then they got to figure out what they want to do, what the best light is for them. And then if they pick the wrong thing, going back and returning it, then having to come back and go to the house and pull out that ladder. I agree. That cost is a very big factor in it, and we have good deals. We have buying power with these manufacturers that help us to get that cost down and then provide that install at a similar price to what you can just buy the material for.
Okay, you missed one key thing on your spot.
Uh-oh.
What's phone number?
Oh, great. Yeah, the phone number 844-533-4466, or you can go to LED4, the number, home.com. and fill out the survey.
There you go. Great talking with you, and look forward to talking to you again.
Oh yeah,
Jarad.
definitely, Jim.
Take care.
Thank you.
And that's it for Texas Home Improvement. Check out our website, thipro.com, and don't forget to sign up for the golf tournament or make a donation. I want to welcome John now to the show from LED4Home. And John, welcome to Texas Home Improvement again.
Thanks, Jim.
Let's talk about LED lighting for a minute, because there are so many different lighting styles. Whether you go with the incandescent bulb or fluorescence or anything like that, it changes the appearance of everything in a room. And LED lighting actually gives you the choice of having many different light styles without having to change to a different type of bulb. I mean, you have to pick the right bulb to begin with.
Absolutely. We go into lots of different homes and see within these homes the different colors that they're aiming for, the different kind of bulbs that they have. And oftentimes what we see is homeowners have an idea of what they want color-wise, but don't know how to achieve that. And so we're able to kind of walk through their house with them, get an idea of what they're looking for, and make that possible through the different color temperatures that LEDs allow for.
Very good. And so you were out at my house. You did the survey at my house. And in going through my house, you could see I got different color bulbs in the same fixtures and stuff. But a lot of times people think that just because you're going to make the switch to LED, you're talking about changing out the fixture as well, and you're not.
No, that's the nice part about switching to LEDs is we do what we call a socket-to-socket replacement. So we go in and we look at what you currently have in that fixture, and most times we're able to just put an LED bulb in there and not have to even mess with the fixture.
When you say you look at the type of fixture that's in it, you're just looking at the base to see what type of base you have to screw into?
That's it.
Okay. Now at my house, for instance, having the different color bulbs and having my wife and I not necessarily agree on brightness of bulbs. I like things bright. She likes things soft white. Mm-hmm. But we went with the soft white because I'm not stupid. I know how to keep things happy at home. But more so than that, the soft white doesn't make imperfections on stuff stand out in like the sheetrock and such.
Absolutely. We usually will recommend soft white in a home. The only time that we might recommend soft white's going to be 2700 Kelvin. Sometimes we'll...
Kelvin means nothing to the most of us,
Yeah, so Kelvin is how... it's basically the color temperature. And
okay.
So that's going to be your very soft white. And as you go up a little more, the higher you go, the closer to daylight you get. And so oftentimes people get the color that is closest to the daylight. And they like it at first, it looks good, and then after a few days they realize, that paint job that they just spent a lot of money on really doesn't look that good, or that, their house is not as clean as they thought it was. So we typically will recommend the soft white. Sometimes we'll go a little higher in a bathroom or a kitchen where someone might want a little more lighting, but typically the soft white is what we recommend. It makes a more homey feel.
I've got John here still from LED4Home, and John, in changing out lights, one of the things that people get into is, well, I can just go down to the box store and pick up my own lights and change them out. But from what I've learned in having my house looked at, one, there's an awful lot of bulbs to change out, but number two, I wasn't saving any money.
Yeah, what a lot of people like most about what we're able to offer is we come into your home, we can look at what you currently have and what you're supposed to have. So in your case, you had a few different bulbs in the same fixture, and so we can say this is what you should have in there, and this is the LED replacement. We're able to do the audit, the installation, and a 1-year labor and product warranty for about the same price as if you went to the store and bought the lamps yourself. So you get the expertise and the knowledge that we have, and you get the warranty and the installation all at the same price as if you just bought the bulb yourself.
And I didn't have to go up on the ladder or get up on a chair or anything like that to change out bulbs.
No, And a lot of times we'll go to people's homes, and they're able to go about their day and work while we do the installation.
Now, somebody who's interested in having you guys out, how do they get in touch with you?
Sure, they can go to our website where they can see more about what we do in pictures at LED4Home.com. That's LED, the number 4Home.com. Or they can call us at 844-533-4466.
All right. Well, John, I appreciate you taking time to talk to us, and I'll let you get back to talking to people here at the show.
Well, thank you, Jim.
Thank you.